Are you ready for the eclectic one? AKA Pat is here.
Here we go. AKA Patters. What's up, boys and girls? AKA Pat, sometimes AKA Pat 69. Excuse the darkness. This should be lit. So you see some of it there. I don't know what's happening. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We're drawing Turbo Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The 90s. This whole movie, Jingle All the Way. You guys all know Jingle All the Way. Potentially, this is the movie. I'm so pumped to be working on this. I kind of I was already back and forth during all of those amazing intro videos running, but we all know Jingle All the Way. We got Brandon, what's up, my boy? Like, we know the mythology of Jingle All the Way. We all know Turbo Man. When I was growing up, it was really like the Cabbage Patch Kids were legit they were like the toy to get. That was like the first time I remember there being like somewhat of a like shortage. And then I would say like the second time was it wasn't even the Turtles, it was the Power Rangers. And then like the third toy to really get that craze going was the Furbies. And then maybe at that point it was the Pokemon trading cards. So, and it goes to show you like how little has changed. But no, I mean, it's look, we got Turbo Man here, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger, and potentially, we have to kind of consider this a little. Potentially, right? Like this, if I always feel like if Jingle All the Way really made its money, I feel like Schwarzenegger, his career would have had a different like course. Maybe even like would have held off the politics. But I just because he talks about it a little bit in his autobiography, Total Recall, and it was almost like and I'm just recalling here, pun intended, but it's like he got bored with the filmmaking process and just saw like his next natural best move as politics. So, which it's so interesting the way how he jumped into politics. But let's get my face, let's get my head a little bit small. Right, we got this one. No, we don't want that. We want this. Bingo, perfect. Yes, I'm pumped. And cheers, everyone. We got my amazing NWO mug here. NWO Wolfpack for life. Drawing with the Shades. I've also been reading this. I was doing this before anything. Reading and rereading this to do I just wanted to do like a mega stream almost. Where I go through like all my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like essential volumes. So I'm looking forward to that. And then last night, if you're on Insta, we live streamed this yesterday on Instagram during the day. Pretty good reaction from that. But yeah, everyone that is here to join me, thank you. I appreciate it. It means so much because I know when it comes to those of you who work that 9 to 5 or even got to wake up tomorrow for a little bit of that job, this is a late show. But if I don't do a show at this hour on Mondays, I don't feel like I will have much gusto to do it earlier. And this really goes with one of my internal practices, not philosophies, but practice, which is it's really hard. I need time to myself, and I usually reserve Mondays for that. So, which is like no gym, no working out. But this time, like this past calendar year, I did want to crank up a little bit of my awareness with live streams and my ability to talk and draw and sometimes when we're limited on viewers like we are now, hang out and talk to myself, which is good, right? I mean, we all love it. We all love it. But let's get me out of here. Let's go full screen. We got the wig. I think we got a little something here. Let's pull in some of that sweet, sweet, sweet branding. Like right here. Boom. How beautiful is that? Let's get a little bit of that banner going. Right here. Your AKA daddy is here. Pentel brush pen. Let's get to it. I don't know if I'm going to color this. I don't know yet. We'll see. But for right now, let's fucking ink the shit out of it. Let's have some fun. Let's just draw and have a good effing time. Yeah, and keep in mind too, if we do get some people popping in here, chat wise, the show must go on. We'll hang out for a little bit longer. If we're low with the chats, which is also fine, because I know a lot of you come in later. You guys catch me on all of the social media networks, and you leave your comments there when you rewatch these. Well, that's fine too. So right here too, we're doing some like planetary objects because we want to kind of do a little bit of like, so I guess like here's the big question. So if you watch the movie, right, the first scene is like the gotcha scene, right? It's the kid watching the Turbo Man like TV show. And the gotcha, it's like, oh, it's not really happening. The kid's watching essentially kind of like a version of the Power Rangers, if you really want to talk about it. Like I think that's what Turbo Man is emulating a little bit. And I don't know what the exact timing of all that is. Like Power Rangers versus Jingle All the Way. They could be related. They could not. I don't know. But it's a gotcha scene similar to, I think, Toy Story 2, which I think Toy Story 2 might have the best gotcha scene in film history. I'll give Pixar that one. Yeah, so in the beginning of the movie, we have Turbo pretty much he's almost in like a space, like planet. Like he's not in a city. He kind of comes off a little bit of like a John Carter, Flash Gordon type character, even though he is a superhero. But if we go through the mocked up comic and the packaging for the quote unquote toy, he's in the city. So the question I'm getting at is like, what's the setting for Turbo Man? Is he in the city, or is he like a little bit like a Flash Gordon, Adam Strange type dude? Will we ever know? Yeah, and then spent a chunk of yesterday and today. Good chunk, healthy chunk. By healthy, I mean we were productive, but getting that AKA Pad newsletter set to go. I love it. I love it. And then it's all sights on the move too. We're making so many adjustments. The AKA Pad Army is really like recreating the mousetrap for this move. I cannot wait. I love it. Everything's gonna be cranked up too. Live streams, videos. But that's what moves all about. Players. And I did a little bit of a analysis on Jingle All the Way 2 on my podcast. So feel free, everyone, check that out. AKA Pads Audio Audacity. Yeah, and also, like a little bit of a show note. So a part of doing this stuff live is being able to complete something. So that's why we use a Pentel brush pen in this fashion, just so we can complete it. And it does change my style. It does change my approach. It changes the way I go about even penciling this, which is good. Like we talk about this. That's a side of the craftsmanship that's critical. You have to know the tools of your trade, and you have to know how to use them. That's what I mean when I say you have to know the tools of your trade. I don't mean you like physically have to name them, because that would just be a silly thing to say. I mean, it does help being able to name them. It definitely helps, but that's not what we're talking about. All right, cool. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, and also, like we kind of try and do an anime. We don't. We just have fun. We put the forms together. Yeah, emotion, energy against all. So that's always the focus with my artwork. I just want things to almost like scream off the page. Just a little, just enough. So part of the background here too is a very similar rock texture that we saw in the beginning of the movie. Kind of like Galaxy Quest 2 type texture. So I have another piece, a Halo piece that I have yet to color. So maybe I'll do I was thinking about maybe doing like a color stream or something also. But let me know. I keep teasing it. I have to start doing my streams on TikTok. So I think at that point too, I'm going to do a legacy count of all my streams, drawing or not, and we'll start legacy counting them going into next year. Very excited about that. I love legacy numbering. I'm a big fan of it. Some of you might say, Pete, you're just trying to pump up your numbers. Yeah. A little bit extra of an inch never hurt. Only hurts my haters. But here we go. We are here we go. He does have these cool fins on his arms. And I think he has like a shooter. Pretty sure the shooter's over here, but I drew it on both just because I just like the shape of it. Oh, we messed up the shading of the leg here. Oh my god. Not the shading, the forms. Jeez. Yeah, 1,000%. I had this sketched out too, and I still messed it up. Yeah, and a lot of like the shape. There's so much of Turbo Man that does echo the Rocketeer and even like the era. That it's a little bit like Art Deco. And I'm not 100% if that's an accurate assessment, meaning if it's really Art Deco or not, but from what I understand to be Art Deco. And technically, too, I can double this for my 90s poster series that I've been chipping away at through the years. Also available on akapad.com. Yeah, let's try and get enough. Like enough of this rock texture here, just so people can know. Like, can we sell the idea of these rocks? Can we sell these rocks? By sell, I mean draw them in a convincing manner, sell them to the audience. Now it's time for Booster. Booster, like his whole existence is so wild because he's just like this giant pink, like tiger, like saber-toothed tiger or something. It's crazy. Here we go. I forget the guy's name. He kind of reminds me of one of the Thundercat, like maybe villains. Was a bit like a saber-toothed tiger, right? Like I'm talking the original. It was maybe it was like a bounty hunter that caught up with them on New Thundera. I am going off the tip of my brain on that one. And everyone out there, feel free to correct me. So I'm going to come back here too, and we'll definitely have to hit this a little bit with some micron pens. Just so you know. So many of these, I'm not sure how much of my Pentel work did I not do live. I'm pretty sure like everything I've done with the Pentel has been broadcast or recorded one way or the other. He's on. He's like naked too, but it's just like this gold underwear. That's the only thing Booster's wearing. Keep coming back to this eyeball here. Yeah, so Booster is big pink, and he has a white T on his chest, which also makes very little logical sense because he's a sidekick, and sidekicks should also have their own insignias, right? Because it's like double the branding right there. I mean, you can do two for the same price. I also view a lot of these as sketches, like prelims for potentially bigger pieces. Like if I were ever to get the desire to do some of these in like bigger scale, like way more detail, more time put in. Yeah, and a lot of these we intend them, and by we I mean you and me. We like these Pentel pieces to be loose because we're not doing complete artwork here. I almost don't want to draw the T on his chest just because I just don't agree with it. Yeah, see, I do like it loose. I like, like there's something. I remember I used to have this Wizard Jim Lee like sketchbook. It was kind of like a hardcover. They did one of Mark Silvestri, Michael Turner, Alex Ross, and they had these like loose Jim Lee drawings in them that fucking blew me away at the time. Just with the spontaneity, the looseness of it all. Very cool, very cool. Here we go. We'll do the border. We'll hit it with some white out. Like everything outside the border. To get that, to make it look just cleaner, just clean enough type stuff. I can't believe tomorrow is already Tuesday. What the hell? Where did Monday go? Quick one too, man. Like it's been a while since we haven't had anyone other than Brandon over there roll in through the chat. I do feel like a Turbo Man comic would be fucking awesome. Like a Turbo Man Buzz Lightyear crossover. How cool would that be? maybe help these rocks a little bit by breaking them up. But you really can't tell what the hell they are. All right, everyone. I think we're there. I think we have enough to go off of. Maybe I should have had this a little bit higher. Here we go. Turbo Man and Booster. Monday Night Drawing Claw, everyone. Thanks a million. I love you all. Let's end this. Let's go.